Good evening, folks, and welcome to the Horror Corner. I'm your host, Sean Patrick Erschen, and this week we are entering Marc of Horror's Thanksgiving Horror Giveaway Contest. And this is my entry for that. So in the contest, Marc asks only one question of us. And that is, what is a horror film that you shared with your family, that you watched together with your family? And as you can see in front of you, I think you can take a wild, uneducated guess as to what that might be. Now, as you know very well, if you watch my channel, I am a huge Halloween fan, a fan of the Halloween franchise. Yeah, and the one film that we could all agree on, at least 90% of my family, is this film right here. John Carpenter's original masterpiece, Halloween, from 1978. The classic from John Carpenter. That's the one film that we all like, that we can all agree on is great. And I don't think any fan of horror can deny the greatness of Halloween. That's for sure. At least in my eyes, you know. That's the one film. To me, Halloween is the greatest horror film ever made. Now, that is the one film that I watched together with all my brothers. So when I say my family, it's mainly me and my brothers. And we all enjoyed Halloween. We all loved Halloween. Now, my sister never watched any horror movies. I never sat down and watched a horror movie with my sister. I never sat down and watched a horror movie with my father that I can remember. He definitely was not into horror at all. He liked sci-fi stuff, the old stuff like Star Trek and Star Wars, and like the Outer Limits and things like that. But he didn't get into horror at all. My mother definitely was not a horror fan, but there are two films I can think of that we did watch together, and that is The Shining. And I think that was mainly because she's a fan of Jack Nicholson as an actor. He was her favorite, one of her favorite actors, definitely. She liked Jack Nicholson a lot. And I do remember cracking jokes sometime about, you know, the classic line from the movie, you know, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. I can remember cracking a couple jokes about that a few times. And another one would be Psycho. Alfred Hitchcock's immortal classic Psycho. She definitely did enjoy that one. And that's more or less because she really enjoyed classic movies, per se. You know, a classic drama, and classic thrillers and stuff. Old classic movies she loved. So yeah, I mean, Psycho certainly fits into that category. So yeah, that's my entry into Marc of Horror's Thanksgiving Horror Contest giveaway. And a couple great prizes he's got. He's got the whole Friday the 13th collection on Blu-ray that is given away, at least the first 8 films. I would really like to get my hands on that one. So yeah, this is my entry for that. And before I go, I want to say my favorite Thanksgiving films and specials to watch. And first one is going to be A Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. I've never gone a Thanksgiving without watching this classic, A Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. Just love Peanuts in general. Charles Schultz was such a genius in my eyes. I love all the Charlie Brown specials and the Peanuts classic movies and stuff like that. And of course the classic comic strip. And another movie, a full-length movie that I really enjoy recently that's kind of become a staple that I like to watch on Thanksgiving is this one here, An Old-Fashioned Thanksgiving. Really good story and a really good film. It's kind of like a Hallmark type, you know, family. A film. This is definitely a film you can watch with your whole family. It's a wholesome entertainment. I really enjoy it. There is some drama involved, certainly. But yeah, It's a really solid Thanksgiving. Of course, when it comes to Thanksgiving horror movies, the only one I can really think of is Blood Rage, you know. Unfortunately, I don't have Blood Rage yet, but I do love that movie. I think it's a really classic slasher. Yeah, I definitely need to rectify that and get Blood Rage. Because that's not cranberry sauce. Thank you for joining me, Sean Patrick Erschen, in the Horror Corner. Tune in and stay scared.